that again until it expires from when they took it at their previous employer. So this stays with you, much like a loan officer's licensing does or anything else. So be sure that you get that done on or by your anniversary date from the last year. If you're not sure of when that is, just shoot me an email. If I missed anyone, please shoot me an email, and I'll get you the order form over. But please try to get those in. It doesn't take long. I think half hour, 45 minutes to get it done, and you'll be good for another year. Outside of that, we're getting ready for another big week here, and that's basically. I really don't have anything other than that right today, Aaron. If that's okay.
Hey, that's okay, Frank. Hey, I just want to remind everybody, last day to close for purchases is the 15th, which is Thursday. I know a lot of people will probably want to push it out till Friday, so let's try to get them in this cut if we can on Thursday. Let's do our best to get those scheduled and get them finalized for the cut's end. If anybody is interested in taking the UST, I know I throw that out there a lot, but it does license you in 5 or 6 other states that we're in. Just get with Frank. I mean, it's a 25 question, and a lot of you guys only have to get 5 to 10 of them right. I think Frank only has to actually show up and sign his name because of his score. So it's a combination of scores, so it's pretty easy. And just keep in mind you do have to have, licensing in each state. So you'd have to keep that up. And if anybody's interested in that, let me know. We can resend the information to you if you're interested.
Yeah, if you want, Aaron, I'll roll that real quickly for the details. The UST is the Uniform State Testing that NMLS came out with. We recommend that all of our loan officers or anybody that's licensed take that, and Aaron is 100% spot on. It is a simple test. We've seen a lot of people who had difficulty with the national test prior to this becoming a component of that, having a much easier time when they took their national test, because that is, we're all new licensing. That's part of the national test now. And also, whatever your score was on the national test, I can give you an idea of how many questions you have to get right to pass. Now, keep in mind, though, that what that will do is if you have an 86 or an 80, say you have an 87 on your national test and when you took it, you will only have to get, I think, 8 or 9 out of the 25 right to get a 75. But that score will become your national score with that component in it. It's kind of merged into that. Instead of having a percentage of 90 questions right, you end up having to have a percentage of 115 questions right. This does provide and gives you the qualifications for testing criteria for all the states that test covers. Now, keep in mind that only is respective of the states that we are in. So if you take the UST, it would give you the opportunity to lend in Virginia, in Kentucky, and Indiana, if you're not in Indiana and Tennessee. Florida is still independent and has not jumped on board. Illinois also has not. So that will give you the qualifications for the testing portion. If any of those states, i.e. Kentucky, will say, has additional continuing ed, you will have to take that as well. Most of the states have dropped, even Indiana now has changed to just the 8 hours CE that we do annually. But Kentucky requires an additional 4 hours. You would have to comply with that. You have to still comply with whatever their education qualifications are. But it's an easy test, and like Aaron said, if you're worried about it, I wouldn't be. I don't think we've had anybody that's taken it to date that has gotten less than 20 out of 25 right. So take advantage of it. If you have questions or want more detail, just shoot me an email and get you your access to NMLS, and we'll go from there.
All right, thanks, man. Chris, you want to do introductions here and get started with our presentation?
Yeah, absolutely. So this week we're going to have Paula from Homes.com. She's going to talk to us about their programs that they have available as far as advertising and some really cool things that they've got going on both their mobile site and on their website. The reason I wanted to bring her on for the call was because I recently was in the market looking for a house, and when you put yourself in those shoes, you start to realize there's certain things that home buyers are doing that you really want to try to get in front of as much as possible. So, I mean, I was, anytime I was driving around looking for a home, I was on the Homes.com app on my cell phone. There's other apps that I use, Zillow's app, the Trulia app. Those are all, you know, obviously big pieces when it comes to home buyers, and especially the younger first-time home buyers, that sort of thing, are definitely on there. So we always talk about the statistic that 90% of home buyers last year, according to the NAR, were, you know, searching for homes online. And the majority of them were really doing that even before they had their loan lined up or they had the realtor lined up at the point. So really what you want to do is try to get in front of these guys if you can. If you're looking for a way to gather, you know, if we're transitioning, you're kind of a lead person, you're good on the phone, you like that lead mentality, we really need to try to transition into a purchase-generated lead. So Paula's got some good things that she can do on her website. There's a few different options, and one of them is actually free, which everyone loves freebies. So Paula, go ahead and let's get your screen up here. Let me know if you have any issues getting that going. Okay, there we go. And yeah, go ahead and just take it away. And anybody with any questions, again, you're all muted, so remember, raise your hand or just type it into the questions box, and we'll get those over to Paula. So take it away, Paula.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I know you guys can't talk to me except through chat, but I just wanted to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Paula Bushy. I am with Homes.com. And what we're going to be able to do, just like Chris told you, is we've got both free and paid programs that are not only going to get you in front of those home buyers who are looking to get pre-qualified, but we can also brand you as the lender of choice in your target markets, and we can get you purchase real-time leads. So as soon as somebody fills out something on the Homes.com site, we send those out to our mortgage partners in real time. There is one more step that we can help you with, and that is, I don't know how many of you do a lot with realtor referrals, but we're going to be able to help you with those as well, because 85% of the people that come to the Homes.com site have not yet contacted a realtor. So with that, you will be able to hook up with your realtor partners and give them something that they need, which is a lead, and this way you guys continue to have your relationship and get more leads from them as well. So since your home office is in Indiana, we're going to go to Indianapolis. That's what Chris and I looked at to begin with as well, so that helps a little bit. So going in here, as Chris said, we do have a free portion of the program. I want all of you to make sure you go in and do this. What it's going to do is it's going to put you into our local directory, which is right here, and we're going to go to Indianapolis. And you see right here, Philip, the reason he's so high on these searches is because he's got endorsements. The more endorsements you get, and I will show you that in a moment, how to do it very easily, but the more endorsements you get, the higher you're going to come up on the searches. So real quick, I'll show you what you can do when it comes to the profile. You see you get five target cities to put in. Now you can change these cities whenever you want. And I know we're pretty much talking to the branch managers. Is that correct, Chris?
Yeah, we've actually got some loan officers on as well, but
okay.
Hopefully they're all, yeah, you'll have both.
Okay. So what you all want to do as an office, you want to think about it, and you all don't want to go into the same 5 cities. Each of you choose 5 different cities so you can saturate your marketplace with the Sagamore brand. It also allows you to put an About Me section, and you can see Phil did a very good job. Pretty much what you want to put in here is what you can do for the home buyer. 80% of the people that come to our site are first-time home buyers and are starting their searches. So by you putting in here what you're going to be able to do for them, they're going to be more inclined to contact you before somebody else. You also have the area here where people can view your website. You can put your cell number in here. You can put your office number, whichever you'd like. And you can see right here, somebody can click on Endorse Me. A little bit further down, you see he has done very well on his endorsements because he has 15. Now, you can send these out to your realtor partners, past and current clients, title companies, anybody that's going to give you a good word. The nice thing about this is it's not going to go straight to your page. It will go to your pending file, so you have total autonomy on whether or not you want that to go up or not. And let's see what else he has here. I think just with, he has a lot of endorsements, but he didn't do special offers. But there's also right here the question and answer section. He has not answered any questions. But if you go up to the top of the page, and if I'm going too fast for anybody, let me know. I just don't want to bore you all very quickly. Right here you can see where people can show all questions and answers, ask a question, everything like that. What will happen when you sign up for your profile is there will be a place in there that you can put as many cities and states as you want to find out about the questions. All you'll do is get an email that says homes.com Q&A. You have the opportunity to go answer that question. You do not have to. It's not like we send the home buyer an email that says, we've sent this question to Chris Bryan to answer, so if you don't answer it, there's not a penalty. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead into one of my former clients. Just so you can see the different things that you can do in here. And this still is all part of the free program. So when you go into your profile, you'll see all your information will be right here. Under My Resume, you want to make sure you put specialties in here. This is one of the things that Phil did not have. You see he has refinance, FHA, VA, USDA, rural. Make sure if you're doing reverses, you put that in here as well, because our second highest demographic is the 55 and older age range. So am I going to tell you you're going to get a ton of hits on the reverse side? No, but it's a way to show how diversified you are. Now, my offers, this is really neat because if, as a company, you decide you're doing a 0% financing special, or you're doing, say, a free home appraisal with closed loan, you can put this in this section here, put a start date and end date, and it'll come over looking like a coupon. That would be something maybe as the total company that you all might want to consider. Social networking, we all know how important this is now. You can put in all of your URLs, including Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, your Google+, Pinterest, and any YouTube that you have. Office info, you definitely want to make sure all this top information is correct. Now, hours of operation, I know you all are pretty much on call 24/7. You don't have to put that in there. But if for some reason you want to, by all means, go ahead. Coverage areas, this is where you're going to put in your 5 target cities where your profile is going to show. These you can change at any given time. So say there's a suburb that you're not currently using, but you know in October, November that they're opening a new 3M plant there. You can always move that over to that city when you think the influx of people moving in are going to be. Last but not least in this section is a photo. You definitely want to make sure you put a photo in both spots. If not, you can see this Shadow Man picture. You're kind of going to look like Tom Bergeron from Dancing with the Stars, and I don't think all of you want to look like that at once. But here's where you can put your photo. You can either put the Sagamore logo here or just put your photo again. Entirely up to you. Now, before when we were talking about endorsements, you'll just go right here. You'll put in a person's name and their email address and hit send request. I wouldn't suggest putting in several at a time because sometimes it will get gummed up. So just send the request. That'll go straight to the person that you're asking for the endorsement. We do that for you. We just send them an email that says, Chris would like you to endorse him on homes.com. They fill out that information. It will go right here into your pending file. That way you can say whether you want it up or not. And then in active, if you decide that you want to take any down, all you have to do is click on any of these, and that'll take it down for you. The Q&A section, this is the part I was telling you that you can request different cities. You see that Blair has the 6 cities where he was advertising. You can go in and put as many of these as you want. That way, as I said, you'll just get that email that says homes.com Q&A. Gives you that opportunity to answer those questions and get in front of the home buyers. If you're one of the first people to answer the question, or if the home buyer themselves like what they see, they're going to be more inclined to contact you before anybody else. Am I going to tell you this is going to get you a ton of leads? No. You may get 1 or 2 here and there, but you're going to be getting the exposure that you're looking for. And again, it's a free program, so that always helps.
Yeah, and not to interrupt you, but, I mean, the guy that was on the top of the Indianapolis market only has 15 endorsements, and I mean, that's really not that difficult. I mean, if you were to reach out to all of your, clients for the past year, or all of your realtors that you've got relationships with currently, I mean, it should be pretty easy to gather that many endorsements fairly quickly. And honestly, I think that the Q&A section is a big piece. I mean, I really do think that those people are, if you can answer their questions properly, and if you can give them, a little bit of advice here or there, and just, ask them to contact you for more information, I think you can convert a lot of those, because there's a lot of people, I mean, if they're reaching out on the website like that, then they're probably not currently working with a lender. And then if they see you kind of, if they see your profile listed pretty high, and then if you've got all of these endorsements, I think that you're going to have a good shot at converting those leads. If I was a branch manager, I would definitely make sure that all of my loan officers at least set up the free profile and go through and do some of this stuff. Again, for the presence, I mean, just to have your name out there and to have that exposure is going to be huge.
Exactly. And now, since Blair is or was a customer at the time, he has the reporting section. Everybody will be able to see a reporting section, but they won't have what you see right here. Now, you see that in the time that Blair was on the site, he got 354 total leads. 4 of those were dupes, so that's why it's showing 350 unique. And I'll show you the different places. Like you see here, he's got My Homes registration. You've got property mortgage request. You've got mortgage tab, mobile mortgage lead. So anytime somebody filled out any of these forms, they went over to Blair in real time from his target areas. The way we do our lead program is we can go as global, if you will, as statewide, or as concentrated as countywide, depending on availability. And I will show you the different places in just a minute, but I just wanted to show you what a lead could look like. So this is the contact information. You see that we get their name, their email address, their phone number, self-reported credit score, loan purchase. A lot of times we do get the monthly debt and income, the property type, and then, of course, where this lead is. And you can see all your stats would come up in here as well. It shows you where your leads come from. You see there's call tracking here. We give you a free call tracking number that goes with any of your leads to help you make sure you're tracking from homes.com. And with that number, it tells you flat out when you answer the phone, you have a call from homes.com, you need to answer this. so you know that it is a lead coming in. Now what we're going to do after we looked at the profile, I'm going to go ahead and log out of him real quick. Did anybody have any questions real quick on the profile itself?
I don't see any questions yet. I'm kind of monitoring that for you. So
Okay, thank
again, you can raise your hand or you can just shoot it through the question box and we'll get it over to Paula.
Okay, so now we're going to look at the site as a home buyer. So since your corporate office is in Indy, we're going to go ahead and look here. Now you see just for Indianapolis alone, we have 6,603 real estate listings for sale there. We have over 4 million properties nationwide, and that's why we get 12.5 million unique visitors every month coming to the site. So you're going to get a captive audience first and foremost. So what we're going to do is, I'm looking for a house. Well, while we're here, let me show you this real quick. Right up here, you see the search foreclosures in 46235, and you see the Cox bundle right here. This is a place where you can advertise. What that'll be is you can put up here whatever you wanted to say. It would include your picture and your phone number, and call Chris for all of your mortgage needs. Same thing would show up over here, and it would say, ask the pro a question about mortgages, and you would show up right here. Now, one thing that Chris was very interested in is you see J Meters right here with Fifth Third Bank. This is another place you can advertise with banner ads. The nice thing about these ads is you can have that go either to your landing page, or, as Jay did, it can go to a homes.com landing page that is uniquely his. This partner ID says that this lead goes to him and only to him. Plus, you see that he is branded again here. It's not the big banner ad, but it is branded as Jay with all his pertinent information, including his toll-free tracking number. Again, you see all the different information that we ask: loan amount, credit rating, down payment, property information, contact info. And you're going to see, since I was signed in, that all of Blair's information will continue to come up. That's how a home buyer can do it as well, because home buyers can sign up for a free profile too. What that allows them to do is it allows them to save their listings, email their listings to people. It'll also send them alerts if there are price changes on that listing. If the listing goes up or down, they will get an email letting them know that the price has changed. So we'll go back here real quick. Now we're going to actually go into a listing. Let's go to this one right here because it's middle of the road. Again, as a home buyer, you'll see that there are several different places where I can request info. Right here, there's the request information box where I just took out all of his info. But when somebody fills that out, you see right here it is pre-checked, rates are at all-time lows, get pre-qualified. If somebody unchecks that, fills out that information, and hits send, it's only going to go to MI Homes. But if they keep this check, fill this information out, it is going to go to a page 2 where we ask them the pertinent pre-qual information, and these can come over to you as well. Also up here you see another Get Pre-Qualified tab. Same thing like we looked at before. The difference with this is that banner ad, you can come up on these, and you also get the property information off of this. So this is where I was talking before about your realtor referrals. You all know as well as I do that sellers agents aren't the most aggressive folks. It's the buyer's agents who really are. So you're going to be able to give these to your buyer's agents that you work with so that you can partner up and you can get their loans and they can get your referral. We're going to go back to the listing real quick. There we go. And you're going to see again, Jay's mug is plastered on the page again. That's the easiest way to put it. We're going to have you where you're going to get the exposure with your banner advertisement. Your banners can say whatever they want. You just want to make sure you put in a good call to action. And, you know, all your information's correct. So with this, like you can see just his apply now. It's a good call to action. But again, if you have any of those specials that we were talking about before, whether it be free appraisal or free one-year home warranty, anything like that, you can put that in your ad. Just make sure you're not just saying, you know, I'm the best loan officer in the world without giving them a reason to call you. Without that call to action, you're pretty much dead in the water. So let's see. And you see all the different information that we're going to give you there.
Now,
and as I was saying, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know that we've had some LOs in the past that have used Homes.com and felt like some of the leads that had come over were a little bit, maybe they weren't expecting a call back, that sort of thing. But I think that when we spoke earlier, you said that you guys have kind of put this new second landing page in place, and that's cut down a ton of those leads that really weren't leads at all. I mean, so
right.
I think the story you told me was you guys kind of cut your leads in half, if you will, but really all you did was get rid of the ones that weren't interested in speaking to a loan originator. So I think that that's huge. I mean, if you're going to be paying for leads, you know, I'd rather have 10 leads that want to speak to me than have 100 leads that, you know, are really looking to talk to anybody. They were just trying to get through to the next page. So
right.
that's a big thing to keep in mind if you have used this in the past. Just keep that in mind that the leads that they've got now are going to be a little bit more interested in actually speaking to a loan originator, which is obviously going to be a huge piece.
Now, the one thing I will tell you all, and I know most people won't say this, but I do, you're going to get the good, the bad, and the ugly. Sometimes you're going to get the people that, for some ungodly reason, even though we do have all these big no thanks that they can click on and everything else, that they're going to fill it out just because they're bored or whatever. That's going to happen every once in a while. But the way we have, like Chris just said, the way we've put these systems in place where we do have so many double opt-in options, that has helped a lot on getting rid of the garbage. And lead-wise, that's pretty much it, except for the fact that I just want to let you all know that our leads do go up to 3 local lenders. And we put that competition in there because we do want to make sure our folks get contacted. We've had people sign up for the program and say, you know, after a month or so, they say it doesn't work. Just for the sake of argument, we go back and we give the people a call from the leads that they have that we've sent them, and they've never heard from anybody. You need to make sure that you are contacting these people as quickly as possible. You need to make sure that you're calling them 5, 6, 7 times, because I don't know if you all read any of the white papers that Velocify, used to be Leads 360, sends out, but they say 6 to 7 is the minimum amount to contact these people. One more advantage of doing our leads program, you will have a Velocify CRM included with the leads program. That comes with all of our programs now. So we'll be able to help you with the CRM. I know Chris and I talked, and you all, everybody can use different CRMs, but this will be one that will be included with our product. And if you are doing leads with other companies, you can get them imported into that, because we've partnered up with Velocify.
Wow, that's actually really huge for those that pay for those that pay the fees for Velocify right now. That's a big one. So yeah, I didn't even know that. I don't think we just talked about that, but that's great.
Because that just happened actually last week.
Okay,
so
let's go over
that.
Is that the big announcement that you were talking about?
That's one, but there's another one coming up today that I can't tell you yet because I'm not sure what it is.
Okay, well, we'll have to touch base tomorrow then.
Yes,
go over the pricing Yeah, go over the pricing real quick just so we can kind of get an idea of what the leads would look like and that sort of thing. Yeah, everyone will have to contact you directly. I believe this is a tiered pricing based on your market and what kind of volume you see and that sort of thing, what kind of web traffic. So if you can just give them kind of an idea of what it would look like, and then they can kind of make that decision on their own.
Now, when it comes to banner advertising, and you're going to see there is a huge difference, but it depends, like Chris said, it depends on both median home value and on the number of searches in a given city. You can get banners in certain cities for $69 per month, up to $299, again, depending on the city, because we have 5 different tiers. Now, when it comes to the lead programs, again, with that, we actually have 6 different tiers just because we have the statewide share program, which is $65 per share. A share equals 5 to 8 leads per month. So you're looking for $65, you're going to get no less than 5, and I'm not going to say no more than 8 because it depends on what we're getting in. But that's normally the average. And then when it comes to the county-wide shares, they can start as low as $50 per share and go up to $160 per share. Now, the $160 per share, you're talking like LA County, Orange County, California. You know, you're talking about the ones that have very high dollar loan amounts and very high population. Our average is usually tiers 3 through 5, which 3 is $90 per share, 4 is $70 per share, and 5 is $50 per share. And last but not least, because Chris mentioned it, I wanted to show you our mobile app, because this is another place. It's very reasonable, it's very cost effective, and it's a way to get you out there with the click-to-call. Now, I just went to our mobile dummy site because it's easier to show you, but you see right here, I'm in your hometown, Florida. Right here, you can put in whatever it says again, and it'll show your picture, and then there's the click-to-call as well. And you can get into a city for as low as $22 per month, depending on the number of views you're looking for. And it is also the same if you decided to go with, let me get back there real quick. Come on. I'm going to take you to another city real quick so you actually see a person up there. Let's go back to for sale. Since I know you have some folks down in Tennessee. You see right here, this is a realtor because this is the only place the realtors can advertise on our site. We don't allow realtors in the listings because only the listing agent can be on there. But you see right here, call Diane Christian for all your real estate needs at, and there's her toll-free tracking number, and or visit my website for more info. So these two go together. And again, you can get in here for as low as $22 per month, depending on the number of views you want. And that is, in a nutshell, all of our programs.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, Paula. I will go ahead and email. We recorded the webinar, so I'll email out that recording to everyone. And then we also will get your contact information to everyone that would be interested in getting an actual quote for advertising in their area. So again, you do have to just kind of run it through their system. Paula can do that for you and let us know, what your particular area would cost to advertise in. If you don't think people are on these websites looking for homes, then you're absolutely crazy, because that's exactly what's happening. Being on their smartphone, being on the mobile app especially, I think would be huge. And then again, you can do the freebie, and you can go out there and answer questions. You can get put pretty high up on the list if you get a bunch of referrals. So everybody's got downtime, and you should be utilizing it for something to try to gather some leads, and this is kind of an out-of-the-box kind of thought process. So, Aaron, have you got anything else for us?
No, I really appreciate you being on at homes.com, and no, we're ready to start the week, I think. If anybody has any questions, please email, and we're here to serve you. We appreciate everybody tuning in and listening. Thank you.
Absolutely. Everyone have a great day.
Thanks, folks.
Thank you.